Welcome to Madison Square Garden, where the Rangers have lost Game 2, a 3-2 decision to the Devils, tying the series at 1-1. I'm Mark Hale with Mike Vaccaro here. Just finished covering the game as we get set for Game 3 in New Jersey on Saturday. In fact, it's 2-1 Rangers in the second period. They're already up 1-0 in the series. It feels like all of a sudden they're about to grab this commanding 2-0 lead. What happened, and how surprised were you that the Rangers blew this game?
And I think the interesting thing is I think the Rangers think they blew the game too more than the Devils won it. And to me, I mean, look, when the Rangers look across the ice, what they see is a team that looks a lot like they do. Now, the Devils aren't quite the grinders they were 10 years ago when they were in their championship prime, but they're still a team that answers to a pretty demanding boss in Lou Lamoriello, and they're a bunch of grinders, and they work very hard for what they do. They've also faced 2 elimination games, where the Rangers have faced 3 this year, so they're also battle-tested. So I think it's as impressive what the Devils did as it is concerning what the Rangers did. I will say that in the context of the way a lot of people responded to Game 1, all around town, you listen to talk radio, my email, a lot of people I talked to, it was almost like I thought that the Rangers had won twice in Game 1
right.
and had taken a commanding lead. And I think what this is a reminder that this is going to be a long series. 2 very evenly matched teams. I would imagine we're going to be back here Game 5 tied 2-2, just the same way we are right now, 1-1.
And Game 1, Game 2, very different for the Devils. Devils get shut out against Henrik Lundqvist in Game 1. Tonight they explode for 3 goals, or explode relatively for 3 goals. And Ryan Carter was saying he thinks they did a better job of getting shots through tonight.
Yeah, they did. But let's not forget, the thing that I thought was so interesting about the way Game 1 was perceived is that I thought the Devils outplayed the Rangers for 60% of the game, 70% of the game.
Right.
Obviously, the Rangers that doesn't matter. The Rangers are the ones who scored the 3 goals in the third period, and that's what ultimately got them that first game. But I do think the Devils did a better job. I think it was important for them to get that first goal past him. I mean, if he would have put another period together, then another 2 periods together, then all of a sudden he's in their head every bit as much as he seemed to be coming into the game. I think it was very important for the Devils to score that first ice-breaking goal of the series. If nothing else, it was a reminder that they have a lot of firepower in that team. They have far more firepower than the Rangers do. The Rangers have a better defensive team, but that's why this matchup was so intriguing, is because you really had strength against strength and weakness against weakness.
And one of the things we heard after the game was Henrik Lundqvist saying, I think they wanted it a little bit more. You think that, I mean, look, it's natural. The team down 1-0 is probably going to play with a little bit more desperation. You think that was the case tonight?
Well, that's also the Rangers' mantra. Whenever they lose a game in this postseason, it's the other team outworked us, the other team out-hustled us.
Right.
I think that's a byproduct of how they are. They feel that they're a team that's so based upon how hard they work and how relentlessly they grind, that the only way they can lose is if the other team manages to outwit them in those particular areas. I think it's possible that the Devils just outplayed the Rangers. I think that's exactly what happened. I don't necessarily think that that's necessarily a byproduct of how poorly the Rangers played, although I'm sure that John Tortorella might disagree if he would ever care to expand upon his thoughts at all.
Right. Ryan Callahan, after the game, says, we need to get more shots. They had 25 tonight. The Devils got 20 more chances than the Rangers as well. How do the Rangers get more shots?
It's a great question. I think it's something that Tortorella has been trying to figure out for 95 games now.
Right.
I think that the thing that really is frustrating about the Rangers, if you care about them, is that and the thing that really concerned you coming into the playoffs even before the Ottawa series is, can they score enough goals to win to win 16 games? And the answer so far has been just barely.
Right.
And here they are, 7 games shy of the Stanley Cup, and they've been able to score enough to be able to still be in play. But that those 7 games they're going to have to win. They're going to have to probably score more than a goal or 2 a game, no matter how good Henrik Lundqvist is. I think that's going to be the real key, is finally figuring out a way to break through. And they haven't had a way to do that yet this season, or this postseason, but they haven't had a reason to yet either.
And lastly, as we get set for Game 3 here on Saturday in New Jersey, it's very interesting. Here are the Devils. They lost Game 1 last round against Philadelphia. Then they won Game 2 and proceeded to go on a run. They win 4 in a row. Here are the Rangers. They've now lost every Game 2 of the playoffs so far by the same score, 3-2, yet they've always come back and won Game 3. So, the proverbial something's got to give as we go into Game 3.
I'm going to be very interested to see how the Devils play at home in Game 3, Mark, because for the longest time they had trouble winning back-to-back games at home in the playoffs. They went 6 or 7 years without winning back-to-back games in the playoffs. Then they won Game 6 in overtime against the Panthers, won both games against the Flyers. So they actually come into on a rare postseason 3-game winning streak at home. That place is going to be crazy. I think that Devils fans are going to take up for Marty. I mean, Rangers fans here are a little bit hard on Marty.
Right.
And interestingly enough, I thought Marty played pretty well. He had 1 very bad goal, but I think that's almost par for the course. At this point in his career, Marty's going to help you keep some pucks out of the net, but he's also going to let a few sneak by him. And the idea is to try and make, hopefully get him on a night where you're able to get a couple in the net yourself, and that's what the Devils did tonight.
All right, we'll see what happens, obviously, in Game 3. The series is tied 1-1 thanks to the Devils winning tonight 3-2 over the Rangers here at Madison Square Garden. You continue to read all the hockey coverage of the Rangers-Devils Eastern Conference Finals at nypost.com. You can follow Vac on Twitter at Mike Vac. You can follow me at Hale Mark. For Vac, I'm Mark. Thanks for watching.